Am I audible? Hello? Someone confirm me. So my setup is fine. Audio and video, everything is good? Okay, thank you, sir. So I welcome you all for the second day of the LaTeX Workshop. So today our plan is to cover some extra packages and some useful things in Overleaf that you can use to modify your document. And the most importantly, two different document classes. One is Beamer that will be used for presentations, and second is Thesis. Okay, these are two document classes that will be useful in any mathematician's life. So this is the plan for today. And in the afternoon, I will try to arrange. There is a panel uh, for guidance of master students. So let me know in advance, like how many of you are interested in the guidance session, so that I can plan how much of time I should give in that guidance session. So anyway, here we have only 11 participants, so I'll just give a message here. Okay, so I have given a message in the chat box. Yes, that will be for the whole session. So okay, yeah, that's fine. Let me share my screen. Uh, yeah, I hope my screen is visible. I have to see a message.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So this is where we stopped at the end. 3D plots and some TXZ applications. So I'm planning to create a new text file. So because this is already too much of coding here, so if I recompile again and again, it will take plenty of time. So I'll make a new file, not a new overleaf file, a new text file in the same project. Okay. So I will name this, let's say, day 2. Create. Now there's a difference. Whenever I make such a new file, uh, the overleaf initially considers this as a part of main.txt. Okay, so like even if there is a new .text file, but until now there is only one document in the whole project, right? So I should give a new, let's say, document class article, so like everything. So this is one thing that you can make a new document here, or that next I'll show you in thesis and documents, that you can make different kinds of chapters or sections in new files and then include these files in one document itself. So there are different kinds of things you can do. So right now we'll make another document, begin document and document. Okay, so what are we get? title. So I'll turn off the autocompile for now. Shop author. Date / today, and in the begin document, same as before, I'll make title for the title page. And let's see what it compiles. Okay, so I have the nice first page of day 2 LaTeX workshop. Okay, let's make section some useful modifications. / begin or subsection. The first is we'll see columns. Yes. Okay, so the page setup, I don't like this page setup. This is very, it keeps so much of borders, unnecessary borders. So as I have already told you yesterday, I use the geometry package, and inside geometry, I'll mention how much of space it should leave. So left it should leave 3 centimeter, right it should leave 3 centimeter, so that will be symmetric. And top it should leave, let's say, 2 centimeter, and bottom it should leave 2 centimeter. So recompile. Okay, this is nice. So now I have geometry package, title, everything. Okay. Okay. So I think you have link for the main project as. Okay, let me see. Is it shared? I'll again paste the link. Paste it in the chat box. So, link to view front project in Overleaf. Okay, for newly joined, recently joined, in the chat box I have pinned 2 messages. One, to view the current project in Overleaf, and the second one to let me know the number of participants interested in a guidance session, so that I can organize accordingly. So, yeah. Okay. I have mentioned the link for this Overleaf again. Yes. Some useful modification. So I make the first, subsection as columns. So yesterday we already have seen something called tables, right? So like, why these columns, you can say. So this is kind of a modifications you can do in your text. You have seen so many newspapers, and there are certain types of articles that some certain types of publishers who publish their papers in 2 columns, right? So it starts with first column, and then it will fill, and then it will go in the next column, right? So if you want to create a document with such layout, then you have to use the package multi-calls. Okay, I should write use package multi-calls. Okay, this is the package you should use. So I'll go and plug in the package. Use package. So yeah, this is a nice feature about Overleaf. Even if you remember the starting few letters, it will show you the command. It is not multi-calls, it is just multi-call. So I have included the package multi-call. Now I will use it. /begin multi. So it should be multi-call. Okay, let's see. Or multi-calls. This is always a trick. So how many columns I want? Let's say 2 columns I want, and then I'll write some. Okay. So now if I want to display in 2 columns, I need to have a big text, right? So not always you have so much of text in immediately, right? So the Lipsum has covered this for you. Sorry, the overleaf has covered this for you with the package called Lipsum. So this is a package which has so much of text, bunch of text in different paragraphs. So you can just call Lipsum and include the text in your program. For example, now here I'll call /Lipsum. Inside the brackets, I should mention how many paragraphs I want. So let's say from 1 to 10. So I want first 10 paragraphs of Lipsum. Let's compile. Okay, there's a problem. Multi-call is undifferent. Maybe it is multi-calls. Yeah. Just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, so now you can see you have a nice 2 columns layout. I'll just zoom it and show you. Or I can do the layout PDF only. Yeah. So now you can see this in the PDF you have your text completely filled in 2 columns, right? I mean it goes beyond. Basically I took so much of paragraphs. But you observe the text has a kind of spaces in between, right? It in one line, let's say the spaces are not uniform, right? It gave more space at some lines, gave less space at some lines. Why is the compiler doing this? The reason is that the compiler wants to end both the columns at the same line. Okay. In order to do that, the compiler has to manage in between lines, right? The spacings. So if you don't want that, if you want to finish the first column first and then only go for the second column. Did I started recording? Just give me a minute. Yes. Yes, sir. So if you want to first finish the first column and then want to go to second column, you can do that with multi-calls star. Accordingly, I'll end with the same. And then if I recompile, now you can see the spacings are less, but spacings are uniform in each line, but it finished the first column and then it went to the second column, right? So this is how multi-calls is defined. And then, you can specify then different kind of multi-columns. You can give 2, you can give 3 multi-calls. Basically, I don't want multi-call star. I just want this multi-calls. I want to end at the same line. So how many multi-calls I want? Let's say 3 multi-calls. And again, I'll use the this time I'll just give 1, 2, 6. These are long paragraphs. Okay, this is hard to see from where it starts. Okay, after the first column finishes, then only we'll start. And now, as you can see here, you have 3 paragraphs, right? 3 columns. But what is the problem in this kind of columns, right? Here you cannot really manage which column should display what, or if you want to include something more. It basically goes in line, right? Whenever you write something, it will go after that. It will go here, something like this. So and different and I will prefer this new way of writing text in sort of two columns. You can display something in first, display something, or in another column, in third, three columns, is called as mini page. So I'll tell you what this mini page is. Begin mini page, end mini page. So by the name, it is clear it is kind of a miniature page. You can tell the compiler what size this miniature page should have, and then after the another you can page different miniature pages. For example, 2, 3, as you like. So this mini pages, I'll just start. So now this is a mini page environment. Then I should mention how much of page width it will consume. So let's say I'll give this 0.5 / text width. So like if the page width is like 100%, then this will consume 50% of the page width. And then I'll write something. Let's say lipsum first. So like the first paragraph of lipsum. Let's see what it does. Yeah. So now you can see in the first, only in the first kind of miniature page, I have this text. And now I'll create another mini page. And here again I should mention what sizing it should consume. 0.5 / text width. And then again I'll give lipsum, let's say 1 to 2. Okay. Yes. This is a bit weird, but you see in between these two mini pages there's no gap, yeah, right? It's just I'll stick together. So to avoid that, I'll just give one h space in between of let's say 0.1 inch. And then I have some separation. Okay, this is how you set up. A cool thing is you can also give kind of line, right? Vertical line. How would we use /v rule? These are the commands. If I give this command, I will get a vertical line. Yeah, but it's a weird line again because after the line there is no space. So you have to give again h space. Same, let's say 0.1 inch too much. Let's say 10 points. Also here 10 point. Okay, this is good. This is how you can separate your text and all. Now if I want to do something more, I will reduce first of all second paragraph. I want to include 3 pages. Right? So what I'll do is I'll go for 0.3 and this should be 0.3. Okay, not 0.3. This is 0.4. The last, again, begin mini page. Text width should be, let's say, 0.3, the remaining, / text width. Now I want here to include graphics with scale 0. Not 1 this time, 0. Yeah, 1 is fine. This same graphic. There's some problem. Okay, I don't have the package for graphic. Okay. /use package gra graphics. Okay. Yes. Again, I'll separate it with some lines. Now you can see in one page, you have 3 miniature pages of different context. I mean, even in the middle, you can give some other context. Let's say some table, something like this. Right? I will go to the code. Okay. Yeah. So these are some special kind of column formattings that you can use. What else? I'll go to new page. So now I'll go and subsection. Subsection. I want to tell you about a package called multi arrows using using with arrows package. So this is also a modification package. It's not a necessary package. So let's include the package. With arrows. So what I will do with this package is, if you have, as we have seen before, align environment, right? Equation environment, where there are 2-3 steps aligned one after the other. Like in mathematics, we write one equation, then after doing some operation, we get the second equation, right? But it is too cumbersome to write everything in an article, that what we did, like apply Laplace transform to get this equation, or add and subtract plus minus z and then separate out norms. So these kind of things are not good to write as a mathematical text, right? But if you want to present this to your students, or you want to give some presentation with that article, then it is good to give some kind of knowledge to the audience, right? So for that purpose, we'll use this with arrow package. So the environment is begin disp. I don't remember this with. Okay, I think with is also with capital. With arrows. Let's see if it works. Okay. So this is kind of an align environment. You can think of this as exactly align environment until and unless I'll do something else. Now let's say I will make some equation. So fx and equals to, let's say, norm of x plus or minus y. Now I want to change to the next line, and this is a very basic equation, but still, and equals, if I want to write this as norm x minus z plus norm of z minus y. Just give me a minute, I have to reply to some text. Just sorry, for 1 minute. I have to. I mean, as you can see, I'm in my sir's room, so there is something that I need to talk to him. Okay, so yes. So this with arrows, yeah. So now I have made a kind of begin with this with arrows environment. This is exactly same like your align environment. Let's see what it will produce if I do the recompile. Yes, so in the new page, because I have mentioned new page here. So this compiled the exact same output as of the compile, as of the align. Fx equals to norm x plus y, which is sorry, not equals to, this is slash leq equals to. So basically what I did here, I just added subtracted plus minus z, and I can write this as, you know, the next sentence using triangle inequality. So if I want to mention this thing, you know, I mean, this is a very basic thing, but still. So what I'll do is I will give the command slash arrow, then I'll write some text in between, add and subtract z, and use triangle inequality. Okay, let's see what happens. Now you can see it showed an arrow, something like add, and on the arrow it displayed a content saying add and subtract z and use triangle inequality. So you can do anything, any kind of short calculations in between the equations, and then specify using this with arrows command, like what you did. You know, it is not cumbersome. It will also will make your document look good. Right? So this is one more extra stuff that I wanted to mention. Yeah. So something else now. As I mentioned before, there will be so many research scholars that will be going to do research in programming, and for those students, they need to show their code, you know, like Python codes or MATLAB code, any kinds of codes in their paper. That, but as before, if you use just the verbatim, I have already told you how to do it using a verbatim environment. You write something here like this is a plain text, and commands don't work here. For example, slash text df anything bold, something like this. Let's see what it will come back. So I have already mentioned that this is what the output will be, but this is not good in a programmer point of view, right? If you are giving some code of let's say Python, then a reader should understand. No, the Python should understand the text highlighting, and how a code, like for example, for I goes from 1 to n, j to n. So there are different text highlightings and all, right? So like as it goes for LaTeX also, right? You see the left side, there are text highlighting, right? Some commands are in the blue color, and within the brackets there is some light shade, all those things. So if you want this LaTeX to understand such a code, you should use a package called minted. Okay, I'll just write here. To display codes of programming languages use package minted. So I don't have any sample code, but let's see if I had Java somewhere. Python, PyCharm. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's taking time. Yeah, okay, I have Python. Let me just quickly copy some code and then use the minted package. Okay, this is my code. This copy. And yeah, so I have my text copied. I'll use first of all I have to import a package called slash use package minted. I hope the syntax is right. And then use an environment begin minted, and then okay, let's see. Okay, some error. As yeah, I don't remember this this syntax properly. Maybe it is this is begin syntax or minted or something else. I don't remember. Just give me a minute. Yeah, so basically, yeah, it is natural. If I just use begin printed and begin minted and write any code, then it won't understand it. I should specify what language this is. So I should write Python, and now it should work. Yes, perfect, perfect. Now you can see this is some random code I did long ago um, as studying Python. So as you can see, this is exact same text setup, right? As in Python code. This is good to read for a programmer, right? Uh, Instead of just the verbatim code, as you can see above, right? This doesn't look good. So this is one package, a useful package for coders, I can say. Okay, so begin mint and right. Yeah, so this is all about some extra packages, and I wanted to tell something about underscore also, but yeah, we don't have time for it. Okay, so you can explore so many such packages in Overleaf manuals. Let's now go to the important part of today's talk called Beamer class. I'll make another file. Let's say new file, Beamer, Beamer.text. Then I will write document class. Nothing here. So here the document class will be Beamer, and again I'll begin document, end document, some title and all I'll copy from there. Title, Control C. And here I'll make title. So let's see what it compiles. Okay. Yes. So now you can see my first slide is ready. My first slide says day 2 LaTeX workshop and then the title. So I want to change the title here. Let's say Beamer tutorial kind of thing. Beamer tutorial. Okay. So this is my first title page, and now if I want to add slides here, it is not called slides but frames. So whenever you want to insert some new slide thing, you add the command begin frame. It automatically will pop up another squiggly bracket saying frame title. So you can give title accordingly. Let's say the first title will be themes and colors. Themes and colors. And hit the recompile. As you can see, it gave me the second slide with themes and colors. So what I want to tell you with this is, you can see this PPT is very raw, right? There is no any kind of good looking style. It's just some PPT structure and some text, right? So for that, we'll to improve the style, we will use some themes. Basically slash use theme here, theme, and I will use the theme Cambridge US, and I'll use the color theme as let's say seahorse. And if I compile, let's see what happens. Some problem. Use color theme. Okay, I think the S should be small. Perfect. Now you can see the layout, right? The layout is now good. It looks good. So now I'll tell you what is about the city and the animal. So there are this already inbuilt themes by Overleaf. There are plenty of themes, and they have labeled it according to cities. And then in between cities, they have made some categories labeled as animals. Right? If you want to see, you can just go to my this slide is only sharing, right? Okay, I will share the entire screen. Stop sharing and share entire screen. Yeah. So now you can go and search for, let's say, Overleaf themes reference guide. Right, so you go here in Beamer and you click on reference guide. And here you can see there are plenty of themes. First is a default theme. There you have this kind of default categories. First is the default category, then beaver, beetle, seahorse, wolverine, and then there are such different themes. Here I am using Cambridge. You can find somewhere here. Is Göttingen, Darmstadt, Copenhagen. Yeah, Cambridge, US, as you can see. So Cambridge, US is the city theme I'm using, and inside of this, I'm using this seahorse category. Okay, so you can find plenty of themes here. So let's say I'll copy this link, copy, and I'll go to a workshop. I will use first a package. No, I think Hyperroof package is already in. Oh yeah, this is a new thing. So in article, in the document class article, we have to use package hyperref, right, to give some linking. But here it is not there. It's already there in Beamer package inbuilt, the hyperref. The only thing is I will use some specification as color links equals to true. Hyperref equals to color link. Okay, not in Beamer. Some as you know, optional brackets. Hyperref equals to color links. That And now I will paste it here in themes and color to view different kinds of themes and theme colors. Click this link. I want to write click this link. I will write that click this link in hyperf. I will paste this link here and write here click this link. And now let's recompile. Okay, now it came up, but with some error. I don't understand. Okay. You see this error. There is some error now. This is a very important error because it is like almost impossible to identify. As I have mentioned before, the hash symbol, right? The hash symbol is a nightmare for overleaf programmers because it can give errors and it will be hidden in so many places. For example, in this link, there is a hash symbol here, right? I can see this hash symbol, and we haven't put it, right? It came with the link, but we have to manage it. You have to put slash a backslash symbol in front of the hash symbol, then only the error will resolve. Now you see the error is resolved, but the link is the same. So you have to make this. Yeah. So as you can see in themes and colors, I have a text showing to view different kinds of themes and theme colors. Click this link. So if I click this link, I will go to what I wanted, reference guide. So now let's go back. Yes. So these are different themes and colors you can use. What else? Specification you can do. Okay, let's observe these slides. What are details there? In at the bottom, you can see there are these tools. Okay, these buttons here, right? So these are navigation buttons. Basically, if you want to go up and next and before in the slides, presentations, and all those things. So if you want, you can keep these. But if you want to remove, you can also do that. Basically, I want my plain beamer. So the command is set beamer template. Inside you write navigation symbol, and then in next bracket you keep it empty. To remove navigation symbols. Let's see what it makes. Okay, some problem. Set beamer template. Okay, I had to okay. Yes. Now you can see these navigation symbols are gone. There are no navigation symbols here. Right? This is okay. So now next, the very important part of any slide is using pauses. So I'll make new begin frame. I'll give title as using pauses. Okay, so what is the motivation to use pause is, let's say you want to display something, a big theorem or something big with so many conditions. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to show some big theorem with so many conditions involved, but not at once, you want to first, when you are presenting something, it is good habit to first tell something, the first line, then let the audience give audience some time to think about it, then show the second equivalent statement, then show the third equivalent statement, something like this. So everything should not be in one page for the audience. Then audience will be like, what should we read or should we follow you? What should we do? So in that situation, you don't write frames for every line, you use pauses. So let's say I will write a big theorem now. Begin theorem. Um, theorem is let X be a pre-read space. This is kind of a promotion about my research area also. So let X be a pre-read space, then the following statements are equivalent. Then I'll write the following statements with begin itemize. The first item is X is a pre-read space, and I should clear it here. It is not a pre-read space. It is a partially ordered vector space. So this is my first line, and then my second equivalent line is there exists a vector lattice y such that a vector lattice y and a bipositive map phi such that the image that phi of X is order dense in Y. So this is my second line, right? So first of all, let's display these two lines. So this is the new frame with the title using pauses, and here let's say I created new theorem with with the statement as let X be a partial vector space, then following statements are equivalent. X is a pre-read space. The second statement is there exists vector lattice cover Y and something like this. Okay. Now what I want is I don't want the whole context in just one page. Okay. So I'll go to the first line and use /pause command. Then let's see what happens. Then in the display, if I just show PDF, I just have this page at start, and then when I will hit the next page, I will get the full theorem, right? Something like this. So it is very useful for presentations. Again, start it here, pause, and then I will also make another line, let's say. Use a pause here, /item, same contact, basically, but with more additionally. And what speciality you have is phi X generates Y as a read space. Let's keep navigation symbols for the moment. Because now if I go to PDF only, and let's go to this, compile, and okay. So now I'm here in theorem, and you can see it only shows the first line of the theorem. Let X be partial vector space, then the following statements are equivalent. So the some statements are coming up. Then if I go to the next slide, I'll get X is the pre-read space. And when I go to next slide, I'll get there exists vector lattice cover Y so that this happens. Then when I go to the next slide, oh, something wrong. What happened? This is some overleaf this thing. But yeah, when I go to the next slide, I will get the third line again. Okay, so this is not scrolling down properly. This is everything else is okay. This is the overleaf problem. So basically, if I want to show it in the PDF, I'll download. I will go. Yes, and maybe there's a sim option for present also. Yeah, okay, present. Okay, now you can see Beamer tutorial, themes and colors. Now using pauses. First sentence. In the second, if I go next page, I get this. Next page, I get this. Next page, I get this. That's all. Okay, so this is using pauses. One more thing now you want that now you see when I show the first page, all the contents are completely hidden. There is no trace of whatsoever that there is something coming up. But if you don't want that, you want to give some trace, like some the next content as let's say transparent thing, then you should use slash set beamer covered. This is the syntax, and then you should enter transparent. So you have to remember this some syntax. Yeah, so now you see what is coming up is kind of made transparent, right? The author, the reader will know, okay, some text is coming up after this, right? And so this is using pauses, and let's add some environments. Okay, I'm not quite sure if we can use AMS theme again here. Okay, let's see. Let's use package AMS theorem. There is no wrong. Okay. So let us define environment slash begin. First of all, I'll go to the new frame now, and title is using environments. So here I'll start with, let's say, begin. I can basically I can make any block. For example, as there is a block, for example, there is a block for theorem. You can write any name in a block. Okay, that's a beauty about this beamer. Just make a begin block, and now okay, it's just block, and then you write what you want to show here. Let's say I'll just want to show sample block. Now it came up as a sample block, and you write here something like sample text. So this is a new block. So you can name a block accordingly, whatever you want. And there are some pre-assigned blocks like theorem, or when you write example block, you don't have to mention anything. The compiler knows that this is example. Right, let's say KB the 4 Raickwade, be the 4 Raickwade in let's be precise. Everything in math mode should be in math mode. Raickwade in slash R3, then slash R3 with the cone K is pre-read space. There are some problems now. This should not need it. Yeah, inside I need slash, and even this I haven't specified. I have to declare. I have told everything in last class how to declare a math operator. Slash R I'll use for math BB of R, and I think I need AMS math tools. These are the packages you should just keep ready, because then there won't be any the errors. Okay. Right. So this immediately the example block popped out saying that K be the 4 Raickwade in R3. Then this is the next text. R3K is a pre-read space. Right. Similarly, I can give theorem begin TGREM begin theorem, and okay, let's write some theorem. Anything, let x be something like compact algebra phrase, anything. This will pop up a theorem. Also, I can make a proof environment left to the reader. Oh, okay, no. Follows from. I want to refer some theorem here. Okay, let's see what we have. So in proof, it just follows from, but is there any? Yeah, okay, we have this theorem already mentioned. Okay, I'll give some labeling to this theorem. Begin theorem slash label pre space characterization. Then if I go here, follows from slash ref, I can see it automatically popped up. Then let's compile. Okay, now it directly has from, follows from 1. So 1 is theorem. Okay, but these are not numbered, right? As you can see, because we haven't defined a theorem environment yet here. This is an inbuilt environment which is not numbered. So well, let's define slash new command theorem. No, I don't want this. And then here it should pop up theorem slash new command. Does example have numbers? No, right? Yeah. So I'll give example also. Example, it will follow the numbering of the theorem, and then it will show up example. Also new command. You can similarly write corollary and write core. It will follow the theorem numbering, and it will show up corollary. Okay. Now everything is set up. Let's see. There are so many errors. This is weird. Okay. Okay. I think it was not new command. It was new theorem. Sorry. New theorem, and then everything. Here also we had, yeah, new theorem, and then new theorem. I think these are already there. Yeah, theorem already defined. So let's define something else. Begin THM, and here exam P. It will follow THM, same THM code. Then go back wherever it was defined. Begin theorem, begin THM. Begin THM. Example I'll keep as it is for the moment, and here begin THM, begin THM. Okay, let's see. Okay, everything is perfect now. Still I don't have numbering. Why? But okay, it has a number. In some sense, it is not displaying. Okay, I think this is because of a package, theme, the Cambridge US theme, I think it doesn't display numbers. Okay, okay. Maybe if you include some other theme, I think there it will display. Okay, I'm first time using this Cambridge US theme. Okay, maybe this is a theme thing. If you include some other theme, you will get the numbers, because when I refer the same theorem, it is giving me follows from theorem 1. As you can see, if I click here, I'll go to the theorem 1. So there is a numbering. It is giving the numbering. The only thing is it is not displaying the numbers. So there is something happening in the theme background. So let's keep it aside for the moment. Now these are the different environments. I can refer back to whatever I wrote before. So now something that you need whenever you present something, even in article we need this, but I didn't mention yesterday. This is about citations, right? Whenever I am writing some theorem, I should cite from where the theorem is coming, right? So let's see. Where was the theorem? Yeah. So here, this is a label thing. I'll just keep label aside. In square brackets, I can write slash cite. Now, inside of square brackets, so inside of this squiggly bracket, I should write the bibliography. Okay. So how to get this kind of bibliography? Let's say I have do I already here paper? No. But for example, let's say I go to ZB Math. So this is a very famous document search platform. Yeah, so this is an environment. You can search for any document. So I'll just search for name. You can also search for author names. And let's say this is one paper I randomly pick. So when you go on this paper, you can see so many tabs here: PDF, BibTeX, XML, site. Here you go to BibTeX. So you will get this kind of content. You copy this, Control C. I'll go to my file. What I'll do here is I'll make a new file here. The new file is, let's say, references I'll make. But now you observe every other file is .tex file, but this file will be .bib file. I'll create a new file. Where is this? References.bib. And here I will put Control B. So you see now there is a complete bibliography. And the first thing, ZB Math 07, this is kind of a title of this bibliography. I can change this title to, let's say, sample bibliography. And now in the main text, one more thing I have to do is at the end I should include okay, this is the main text, not in the main text, the text that we are now following, this one. At the end I should include slash bibliography references, but also I should mention what bibliography style I'm using. Bibliography style, there are so many. Let's use the default, or with my favorite is ABBRV. So now let's see what happens. So basic I'm in the wrong document. Control, I have to go to beamer.tech. This is our file. So at the end, I will put this too. And now you see there must be something popped up at the end, but there is nothing. Why? We have put everything. The only reason is we haven't used that citations yet in the paper. Okay. So the citations will come, the references will come at the end only if we use those citations, right? So now let's use the citations. Here I have put slash theorem, then cite. So it will automatically pop up all the bibliographies that you have. So click enter and then you are here. See? So now what it gave is theorem, in bracket it gave me some number. If I click here, I'll go to the end, which are the references. as you can see, and this is the author and all everything. This is the reference. So yeah, this is how you give references. Uh, I mean, what I can do one more is I'll include one more slide. Slash begin frame title will be references, and now I will paste it here. Yeah, now everything is nicely written. If I add so many citations in my slide, then I'll get that many references. Okay. So this is how we add references. Then let's. So in so there is a difference between the article document class and Beamer document class. Not every command that will work in article will work here, and not also the vice versa. Not every command that works in Beamer will work in article. So there is some differences. For example, the first difference is here if you want to make columns, so there is a different command. Okay, so we'll see that command now. Slash begin frame title is using columns. Okay. So I'll make the environment for columns begin columns. So begin columns is the environment, and what you will do is now in this environment you kind of start making columns, right? So you give first column and then specify how much of text width it should get. Like before, let's say I'll make 0.5 slash text width, and then you write whatever that you want to write. Okay, I'll just use again the package lipsum slash use package lipsum. Then I will refer some paragraph in the package slash lipsum first para. Now this everything will come up in the first column. Let's just recompile and see. Okay, long text. So lipsum is not good. But still, if I just write some text, this is some random text, and I'll copy, paste, 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 paste. Let's see. Yeah, so but this is showing just one whole content now, not as a column, because I haven't entered any other column. So what I'll do is now I'll go enter and enter some other column with the same 0.5 text width, then write again same thing. Now it is showing it in two different columns. Okay, same as before, I can put images in some column and text in another column, something like this. I can mix up the stuff. But this text width command, I mean this column text width command won't work there. So we have to include multi-calls package there, and as you remember there, you have to mention how many columns you want and then play with that stuff. Right. So this is about columns, and what next you want? You want to make some sections. Let's say. Yeah, one more thing is in presentations at the start you want to give table of contents, right? So for that you have a very straightforward command saying, okay, after title I'll use slash table of contents. That's all. And it is showing nothing. Why? Okay, maybe I should. Okay, okay. There is no frame outside. Begin frame and uh, let's say in the frame I'll write table of contents, and then inside of this frame I should okay, I should write this table of contents. Still nothing. Table of contents, spelling is right, everything is right. Okay, okay, okay. So basically, the table of content doesn't show the name of the slides. It will only show sections. Okay. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem. Yeah. So you learn only after problems. So I have to make sections. For example, here the first section is themes and colors. Themes and colors, and there is a slide for it. And then I have the second section called using pauses. There's a slide for it. And then I have the third section called using environments. And then I have the maybe last, oh no, section, what is it? Using columns. Yes. Yeah, maybe I'll make another section. Bibliography, basically. Okay, now let's compile. So basically, the sections won't be it won't be showing sections at every slide, but they are required to keep track. So now in table of contents we have sections, right? We have content, right? So the first is themes and sections. When I click, I'll go to themes and sections. Sorry, themes and colors. Then when I go to using pauses, now I went to these slides. So first, second, third, these are all in one section. As you can see at the top, it is showing the section name using pauses, using pauses, using pauses, right? And then you go next. This is new section called using environment. It came at the top. This is will be there. Okay, so this is new section using columns. This is bibliography. So this is how you give the table of contents. Right. So now you have table of contents. So this is a overall structure, basic structure of your PPT. You give table of contents, you give bibliography, you give references, and you write the stuff within every begin frame, end frame environment. Okay. Yeah. Anything else you can do? Yeah, I think. Yeah. Do you have any doubts or any questions, suggestions? This themes and environments T should be capital. Yes. So this Beamer, yeah, this is all about Beamer, how you use Beamer for your presentations. Then the next topic is, I don't think that will be covered in another 30 minutes. And also that will be too much in just one session. Too much in the sense there are two different kinds of articles, and if you mix up the syntaxes, and it won't be good. So let us cover maybe this Beamer, the thesis type of document in the afternoon session, or I'll just have a poll. If you can uh, be with me for after even after 12 for like 10 minutes, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, then maybe we can cover the um, what is it, thesis part, or maybe we can cover it in the after lunch part. So I'll just stop my screen and ask you. Yeah. So yeah, you can, I mean, speak. There's no problem. Or you can type it in the chat box also. Yeah. So there is a doubt, like what should we do? I mean, in the afternoon session, I'm planning to keep the guidance session for last 1 hour, let's say, and in 1 hour, this thesis document I will tell. So is that fine, or I should? If you are busy after lunch, I can just give the document. I give the thesis document class now itself. No, no. Yeah, it's better if I give now itself, because yeah, in afternoon I won't be having this room. Yeah, so that's the problem. Okay, okay. So yeah, let's start here only. Yeah, okay. Please be with me even after 12 for like 10-15 minutes. Let's say I'll try to finish before that. Div one. So now this is Beamer over. I'll make a new file. Okay, I'll make another file for thesis. And thesis.tech. Done. Thesis.tech. So if your friends had left thinking, I mean, at the end, if thinking the session is over, please inform them that it's not over. So let's start document class, and of course the document class will be not thesis. This will be report. And let's again make not make title. Title same. I don't know, thesis tutorial something. Sorry. Yeah, thank you for reminding. Uh, so title will be thesis tutorial. I'll give other titles in some minute. I'll just begin document, end document, and I'll make title. First of all, this much. Then let's compile. Okay. So what we have? We have a title page, thesis tutorial, and there's a date auto printed. We can manage it also. Let's give author. Even like what? And inside of tutorial, I want to I don't know, keep in large. Um, let's say NIT Warangal. Warangal, comma IIT Madras. Something like this. Okay. The one more squiggly bracket is required. Yes. So we have a nice title. This tutorial combined with this. Now, so this is And on overall structure of a thesis format, I mean, there is plenty more required, but the document class will be report, and the title structure is the same: begin document, make title, end document. So everything else is same. So let go ahead and we'll make now here we so in a thesis it's a long report, right? So it's not like it will be just a continuous content. We'll make chapters, and most of the time you will be editing different chapters only, not the whole content. So chapters are a very crucial. So I'll make chapter, and first 2 or 3 pages will be abstract and dedication and all. So I'll write abstract. This is an abstract page, and next chapter I'll make let's say dedication, like who you dedicate this to. Dedication, like I dedicate this to something blah blah. Then again the new chapter, and maybe this will be acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. Like I want to thank something. Yeah, okay. So these 3 chapters I have created at first. So as you can see, chapter 1, then there is a title, abstract, and then it will show the content. Middle chapter 2, dedication. Okay. First thing is you don't want these as chapter numbers, right? This dedication, abstract, and all. So you have covered for this. This is chapter star, and then chapter star. Yes, now you don't have labels as of chapter. So abstract, then dedication, and then acknowledgement, right? So these are the chapters. Now what you want is now you want to create some content, right? But this is not good that you just write your stuff here directly, but instead you create different text files naming different chapters of your thesis. So for example, now I will create a different text file naming, let's say ch is a chapter naming prelim or introduction. First thing first, introduction.tex. So here it will be just a blank document. Where do I have introduction? Yeah, ch introduction. And what I'll write here is, see, as I told you before, whenever you make such a different kind of text file, it is important that you should consider whether this is a new document or this is a part of some other document, right? So I want to use this as a part of some other document. So I won't be writing here a different document class or a different begin document or end document. I'll just write the code here, and I will include this text file in my document, right? So here I'll just make a chapter. Now I will make a chapter. I want to name it. First is introduction. Let's say something like this is an introduction, or let's say I'll use now Lipsum. Lipsum 1, 2, 3. I have to check whether I have used this package. Okay, then go to where was the thesis? I haven't used package Lipsum. Now, if I recompile, nothing changed, right? After acknowledgement, there is no change, right? Why? Because I haven't included that text file yet here. So for this, I should include ch introduction.tex, right? So now that file is a part of this document, and then you can see there's a next page saying introduction, chapter 1, introduction, right? So you can make similar chapters. I'll make new chapter ch, let's say preliminaries, create where is the preliminaries? Yeah, chapter preliminaries, and here let's say I'll make another chapter name. Basically that was just a text file, a chapter preliminaries, and here now I will make section. I'll basically I'm writing preliminaries. So first preliminary will be for partially ordered vector spaces. Then I'll write section pre-read spaces. Then I'll write another section. Let's say read spaces. Read spaces. Or let's say I want to make partial vector spaces as section, and then these two as subsections because they are, and then another section as let's say generalized inverses, and inside of this I'll make subsections as of as you know, Moore-Penrose inverse, and another subsection as group inverse, something like this. So this is a preliminary chapter I have created. Let's add it there in thesis. Okay, so one thing, if you see, let's say I'm in this chapter preliminaries, right? And if I just from here I'll click the recompile. So you expect you are editing the thesis file, and then it should, compile the thesis file, right? You expect that, but let's see what happens. You see, this gave me the main file, the main text file, because this is a thing that you should be careful for when you are using more than one document in one project, right? So this is a one project of mine. You can see the important label is day one LaTeX workshop. I mean, non-logical right now, but still. So this is a one project. Inside of it, I made two different documents. In fact, more than two. There is a Beamer document also separate. So there are three different documents. So if you are not in that document code, for example, if I am in the thesis.tex and then recompile, then I will get the desired output. But I am in some kind of a chapter, right, preliminaries. So at that time, the compiler will automatically go to the main.tex and then compile it, right? But if you want to change that, you can go to the menu, and then you can go here and click the main document. So this is the document that compiler understands as the uh, first document that to compile if no commands are given. And you click here the document that you want. For example, right now I want thesis to be my main document, so I'll click here as thesis, and then wherever I am, I mean, not unless I'm manually in some other document. If I click recompile, I'll get the thesis document. Okay, so this you should be knowing. And then in this thesis, I have to include not graphics. I should include chapter preliminaries. Let's say. So in the next page, I have the preliminaries. I mean, nothing is written here as of now, but okay, this is the structure. This is your structure of preliminaries. Then let's say I'll make another text file, ch results.tex, where I can go ch results. Here I'll make another chapter on results, and in results I'll make section. So I have some results on Rees homomorphisms, and then I have some results on, let's say, complete Rees homomorphism, something like this. Yeah, so these are kind of results, and let's say I really write something here, begin theorem, theorem. So I should specify, okay, not the whole long theorem, let's say thm. I should specify what this thm means. I'll just copy the commands from here. Okay, where I used, maybe in the Beamer. Yeah, so new theorem environment. This I have already told you. Control C, and I will go to the results. No, in the preamble. Preamble is in thesis. Okay. And here I'll go to the results and okay, let's write a theorem. I'm going to write a theorem here. Just promotion of my research area. Let T is a so reads. I want to write read star. This is kind of an operator. Read star homomorphism if and only if there exists. Okay, T is a read star homomorphism between pre-read spaces if and only if there exists a reads homomorphism between their reads completions. Okay, so much of spelling mistakes. Yeah. Okay, so this is a theorem that I want to compile. Let's say. Maybe, yeah, I have included results. No, I haven't included. Thesis and slash in. Sometimes this is annoying, the auto pop up. Okay, I will include results. Right. So now I will take some time and tell you about the ticks that we have used, the graphics environment ticks. Okay. I want to create some nice diagram. Sometimes okay, maybe you might have seen such a structure. You have two spaces, right? I hope my video is pinned in your screen. You have two spaces, and there is a mapping, linear mapping in between these two spaces, and you can extend these two spaces to some other spaces, and you want an extension of this mapping in those extended spaces, right? Something like this. So you have basic spaces, extension spaces, a mapping in between basic spaces, a mapping in between extension spaces. So all this should commute. This is what you want. This is a universal property kind of structure about mappings. So it is there in the read spaces and restar spaces. So I want to write such a structure using LaTeX. Okay. Okay. If I just want to display what I want to write, I'll give you a trailer kind of thing. Just 1 minute. I'll copy and paste some code here in results. Yes, and let's see what it does. Bunch of errors. Okay, so the reason for error is the TXZ package. It is not there. Yes? Run. Yeah, Rajani, you raise your hand. Is there any problem? You can speak or you can also write in the chat box if you have any trouble. Okay, there is something written maybe. Screen is visible, right? My screen is visible to all. Yes, anyone can confirm me? Okay, okay, fine, fine. So these are the two commands I have just included. Use package ticks and then use ticks library positioning. Okay, so these are the two commands are used. I mean, we need to position our diagram nicely. For example, you can see here it is just everything clubbed together because the positioning was not um, imported yet. So now let's compile. Let's see how it goes. Aha. Now you can see a very good diagram. See, as I have mentioned before, these are the two spaces x and y. Somehow, in some sense, you extend these two spaces to the completions x hat and y hat, some bigger spaces with by using some mapping phi x and phi y, and then whatever map already there between x and y, there exists an extension map t hat such as this diagram commutes. As if you are familiar with such a structure, so this is an important property of Rees star homomorphism in between pre-Rees spaces, right? So yeah, I mean, the maths is okay, irrelevant right now to you, but how do you write such a diagram? Right? So for that, we have the TIGZ package, and now we'll go to the reads. Where is my results? Okay. There are a bunch of code, but we should write everything again. So I'll just comment it out, everything. So first of all, I'll do begin center so that everything will be in center. Then whenever I want to write some graphics, I'll use the TIGZ package. Begin TIGZ, I mean package I already use, but begin TIGZ picture. And then I will, I will start. Okay, now there are different things here involved. This x, y, x hat, y hat, right? What are these? These are called nodes. Okay. So there is a concept called node in TIGZ. You can make node those four nodes and then draw whatever curves you want to draw in between. Okay, so this is the structure. Let's make nodes. Okay, so slash node is the command. In the first round brackets, I will kind of labeling that node. Labeling in the sense for us that this represents that node as a background. Okay, so I'll just write pre x. So this represent which node? The node will be in the curly brackets. I'll write this will represent x. So it's like a basic space, base space, and then you want to extend it right to x hat. Okay, my iPad's battery is low, so no, but fine. Let's see. This is my first node, and then let's make another node called pre y, and in curly bracket, let's say this is y. I call this y, and then I'll make another node in okay now x y. I need x hat y hat, right? So I'll just write x complete. It is for us only. You can write anything. I mean, just for the reference. This is the one that will be printed. I'll write slash hat x. It will give me x hat, and then slash node. I'll write y complete. This in square bracket. I'll get slash hat y. So all nodes are there. Now I have x, y, x hat, y hat. Let's see after compiling what I'll get. Yeah, okay. You can see now everything is on top of each other. I mean, it's x hat, y hat. So the thing is I should mention where what lies, right? So okay, the diagram is gone, so now you can imagine, but you remember, right? X was there, and then at the right of x you had y, right? So you should mention that in the square bracket, like right equals to of pre-x. If I write this, okay, right, let's write everything. So right of pre-x you had y, and this is x complete will be what's below equals to of pre-x, and this y complete was below equals to of pre-y. Now if I compile, now you see x, y, x at y hat. So now my nodes are created. The only thing is I want to draw curves in between. So now I'll use draw. So draw, like before, I want very thick borders, and at the end I want something like this. So it's like indicating the arrow. Okay, so this is my draw. Now the syntax will be, in first bracket I will be writing like from where I'm drawing this. So I'm drawing first from pre-x. So it will go from x to y, right? So you remember the directions. Directions play an important role here. So the node, okay, whatever node you have, imagine it as a center and imagine the axis east, west, north, and south, right? So accordingly, you have to mention pre-x dot. I want to go to east of pre-x. So I'll write east, right? So pre-x dot east. Uh, I'll go to. I'll create a node. I mean node in the sense now. Okay, if I don't create a node, let's say I'll just do pre-x dot east. Uh, 2 I have mentioned, and then I should write where I'm going. Now I'll go pre y dot west, right? Now let's compile this. Now you can see there is an arrow from x to y, right? I will go from east of x to the west of y. This is how I'll give command. And then if I use another draw, again with very thick borders and arrow at the end. Now I want to go from x to x hat, let's say. Okay, so this is from pre-x dot. Now the down direction is south to where I want to go to x x complete. I think this is one. Yeah, x complete dot north. So I want to go until north of this x hat. Right, I went here. So like similar to this, I write for all of those. Draw again very thick with this. Okay, this is x is finished. Now I want from x complete east of x complete to y complete dot west, and then I'll again draw in bracket very thick, and this inside of this I want to go from x complete. Okay, x complete to y complete I went. I want to go from y hat to y again, so like or y to y hat, anything you can then think of an inverse. So I'll go from pre y dot north to, okay, this is not correct, I should mention it in the square brackets. 2 I will go y complete dot, okay, pre y dot south, not north. Dot y complete dot north, and that's all. I think in this way I have 4 arrows giving directions, right. Now but I want I want to label, right, which mappings are there here and there. So for this I'll create another nodes. Now these nodes are basically what you attach to something, attaching something, some text or anything. So I'll write after 2, like x going 2, in this 2 I am writing node, and in the node okay, so this is important. In the first node you are going from x to y, right? So in the direction of arrow, or I mean in the direction of reader, you want to give node at the top, right? So that you have to write it here as node in bracket above, and then you have to mention what node. So this is my mapping T. So let's say what it will compile. Yeah, so it will give me a T above the node from x to y. So same as this, I'll give nodes here to node. Okay, this is wrong. So this is from x pre-x south to x compli north. So the left side downward arrow. I want the node at the left, and I want to write here slash phi suffix x. So it's like phi x mapping. And here, if you see, this map is from x compli east to y compli east, the downwards map. So I'll give a node here, and it should be below the node. The text should be below the node. The text return should be t hats, like hat t. Yeah, and at the end I will again make a node. So this will be at the right, and the text return should be slash phi y. Okay, now everything is ready, the setup. Now you see I have a wonderful map and a wonderful diagram explicitly basically saying theorem 1. You have a mapping T from x to y, then there exists T hat from x hat to y hat, the respective x hat y hat. The one thing missing is kind of a commuting diagram, right? A circular diagram. How do you write circular diagram? So if you remember, I yesterday told you to draw some circles, right? So whenever you are in a TIGZ picture, it will create a kind of a coordinate system. So as of now, you cannot locate where is the origin, but you can just say draw 0, 0, and then let's say circle of radius, I don't know, 1 centimeter or something. And then you will at least get an idea about where is this 0, 0 lies, right? Yeah, so you can see it lies at x, right? So now you manage accordingly. I will go. You can see if I go down, how much? How much is the question? Let's say 0. Minus 0.5. Let's try. In x, I'll go minus 0.5. No. Sorry. X is 0 itself. In y, I'm going minus 0.5. And then let's draw a circle. Okay, so circle should be of smaller radius, first of all. 1 centimeter is too long. 0.3 centimeter, let's say. Okay. As of now, I want to shift it into middle, so I'll go 0.4, let's say, in x-axis. 0.4 is not enough. I have to go more. Or I'll just go 1. Let's see where 1 lies. No. 0.6, let's say. And then this is 0.6 again. I think it should be in the middle. Okay. So now let's change. See, I don't want a circle, right? I don't want a full circle. So what I want basically is arc. So this arc command basically gives some portion of a diagram that you want to print. For example, I want circle, but not the full circle, some arc. So how does the compiler understand it is an arc of a circle? So whatever the parameters are there at the end, using that, because if there is only one parameter and one point, it identifies it as a circle. So if I now mention arc, okay. If I mention arc, I have to mention the degrees also. So let's say I want a circle from 270 degrees to I don't know, 20 degrees, let's say. So I have to mention here 270, then colon 20, then colon this length, not 0.3. I'll make this now 0.5. Now let's see what it does. Okay, and now it automatically went up also. So this is an arc feature. Now we have to again go back from 0.6 to, I suppose, I mean x is same. Y I'll go, let's say, minus 1.2. And also in x I have to shift a bit, let's say 0.7. Perfect. I think I should remove, I mean, reduce the size a bit, 4 point, let's say 7 radius. Yeah. Okay. Not, let's say 250 degrees and till 10 degrees. This is an arc, and now what I want is I want an arrow at the end. So I'll just write it here, this and this. So perfect. My diagram is ready. Yeah, I mean, slight. You can similarly shift it a bit left. It doesn't look symmetrical at all. I mean, right now, but yeah, I mean, I can shift to point. Let's say 6.5. Okay. Now it kind of seems in middle. So yeah, so this kind of graphics you can create using the TXZ package and the TXZ environment. So cool, right? So let's go back. Yeah, what else we want in our? So we have preliminaries, we have results, uh, then the natural format. Okay, I hope there is nothing mistake. Okay, the natural format is at after this you add some chapter called ch conclusions dot tech, and also I'll create simultaneously add chapter appendix. These are chapters you create at the end, and of course I'll include this here. I mean, I should create something in that. In conclusions, let's say I create slash chapter conclusions, and I'll write here something lipsum one conclusion, also lipsum 2. So I have created chapters, and then I will write here slash include ch. First of all, I'll include conclusion. But now you remember, if in most of the theses, the appendices should not follow the lining of chapters, right? So what you should do is, before including, you include appendix slash appendix first, and then you include your appendix page. Include ch appendix. So now let's see how it goes. Yeah. So right now it naturally it includes chapter 4, and then this is an appendix, but I mean, without label, of course. You can give some sections and all. So this is the overall structure of appendix and bibliography. Okay, bibliography is the one the left. Okay, where was the appendix? I forgot to give chapter here. Slash chapter appendix. Okay, one more thing you should give. Let's say references. Again, it won't be. It's already okay. I have already made, right. I have already told you about the bibliography. So there is a file called references.bibliography. You can give the references there. For example, in the results, let's say I'll cite sample bibliography, and in my thesis document at the end I will give bibliography. References and slash bibliography style ABBRV. Right. So one more thing missing is this so many chapters and all should be shown in a table of content, right? So we'll add table of content. Naturally, it should be after the acknowledgements. So add just I'll write table of content slash table of content. Okay, there's a typo here. Table cc on table of content. Okay, contents, I guess it is. There are typos we should be scared of. Now, if I go at the top, you can see a nice contents page. I have a introduction. I have preliminaries. In preliminaries, there are these sections. There are results. Then there are these section conclusions and appendix. What more you can do is, let's say in some chapter preliminaries, I go and let's say I include something here. Let's say I include some figure, begin figure, and let's say I include this with some caption for Raccoon. After the whole 2 day session, repeatedly listening to the for recon, you must be wondering what this for recon is. I encourage new master students to look for the partial vector spaces for recons. This is a very interesting analysis topic and a new topic, so there are less researchers. You can grab the early apples, as we can say. Okay, so if I include this figure, where okay, for this in figure I don't have the package in thesis. I will go to thesis, and what package is required? Of course, I require graphics. And then if you compile and go to introduction, no, preliminaries, I suppose. This is nightmare. This is very big. I should make it small. Include graphics. I had to scale it. Scale equals to, let's say, 0.1. So it will like scale the whole image in 0.1 scale. Yeah, okay. Now here I have, but at the end I don't want at the end. I want it in the previous spaces section. So begin figure H. So H means like right here. Okay, so now I have a diagram. So suppose you have in a thesis, you might have different so many diagrams. I mean, so many figures or so many tables and all, and you want to list them also together, right? So for this also, we have a command in thesis. You go main file again, and after table of contents, you write list of figures, and this will give you a nice list of figures. Typos. Okay, so where, yeah, now you can see the, I mean, there is as of now only one image, so it will show only one, but you can add number of images and it will show every figures here. Similarly, you can make another page for tables. How many tables you have, you can add those tables, and there is a bibliography at the end. Now you have the reference also. So this is a complete format about your thesis. I will just show you in sorry, PDF only view. Right, so this is your thesis. It starts with title. You can improve the title. You can also use the geometry package to, as before, you can manage the spacings here and there. Abstract, dedication, acknowledgement, then you have contents, then you have list of figures, then you have chapter 1 introduction, chapter 2 preliminaries, chapter 3 results, conclusions, appendix, bibliography. That's all. This is your complete thesis format. What else you can do here is, you see there are so many annoying tabs here. I mean, it annoys me, so I'll just create a new folder, let's say, of chapters, and then not this. Every chapter I'll put it there. Chapter conclusions, introduction, preliminaries, and results. So now I have all chapters here. The only problem is now the commands won't work here because ch.introduction is not there in the list here directly. But else what you have is chapter slash ch.introduction, right? So That is the change you have to do. This is very convenient, right? But you just write chapter. It clearly says inside chapter you are looking for ch dot preliminaries. So ch dot results, and similarly ch dot conclusions. Similarly here chapter dot appendix. That's all. So the everything remains same. Switch to and you have a shorter kind of this section. Okay, what's wrong? Okay. Right. So this is all. Stop presenting. Yes. So today we have seen Beamer document class, thesis document class, and some extra modifications in your document you can do to make it look better. And yeah, with this, the contents of our LaTeX workshops are done. The essential contents. Um if the afternoon session is necessary, I mean, you can. I didn't got any responses here at the end, so I don't know. You will. I'll tell. I'll let you know through Selvaraj sir if there will be an afternoon session. I mean, I need a number of students to attend, right? Otherwise, I'll ask the panel, and there are no students, then it is not good. So, if you have any questions right now, you can ask. Yes. So, if there are no questions, then uh, thank you for attending this workshop. I will let you know if there is any discussion session in the afternoon. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.